coming at you with another video review, and this time I'm bringing you the Iron Man 2 movie series Mark II figure. Now, we saw the Mark II mostly in the very first Iron Man movie, but it's a really nice design. I really like the look of it. The silver is really cool. I really enjoy it. As you can see, our good people at Hasbro bring this to us. Avengers Assemble, because Iron Man is part of, the Avengers 2, which there's kind of, I'm kind of debating whether or not that means that it's the Mark II or it's the second figure in the series. I'm not 100% sure, but they seem to kind of coincide, because some of them have, like, it says, like, 25 on here or whatever, so who knows. Nice picture on the background, on the back. I really like that picture. It's really nice, very sharp and sparky looking. Sparky? Don't know what that really means. Packing the pinnacle of technology into a sleek, armored frame, the Iron Man Mark II suit is everything Tony Stark could want. Amazingly fast and powerful, it is a near-perfect weapon system, though it suffers from a slight icing problem at high altitudes. Very nice, and you can see here on the back the Iron Man Mark III, Mark I, and the deep dive armor, which actually looks pretty ugly. I've seen that in stores, and I don't really like that. I don't think I'll pick that up. But overall, very nice packaging. General, nothing too spectacular, but nice. I like the look on here. Movie series, as I mentioned, there are 3 different series. There's movie series, concept series, and comic series. This being in the movie series, let's get the fellow open and see what we actually have. Okay, guys, so here we have the Iron Man Mark II open up out of its packaging, and I cannot tell you how much better I prefer this coloring to the original Iron Man Mark II from the first movie line. Just to kind of give you a comparison, you can see very nice metallic silver coloring. Very dull gray, a little bit of silver, but mostly gray coloring on this. This coloring far exceeds anything that this coloring put forth. It just looks so much better. In terms of the size for the figure, again, he's not necessarily 3 3/4 inches. If you measure him from the bottom of the base, you're looking at about, that's about 4.5. So without the base, you're looking at about maybe 4 1/4, well, something like that. 4.5 inches, we're gonna say that. So very nice size for the figure. He's not, like I said, a 3 3/4 inch smaller. So to give you kind of a comparison for that, here is a 3 3/4 inch figure. As you can see, he is smaller, so he's about an inch bigger. Well, ish. Overall, though, gorgeous, gorgeous looking figure. I really love the coloring on here. I just think it's outstanding. Very nicely detailed. I love all the black pinstriping. Well, not even pinstriping, but all the highlights, all the grooves are highlighted in this nice black paint. You look around in the back, just overall very nice. I don't necessarily know why they're putting holes. All of the ones that I have so far that I can think of have a hole on his back. I'm not exactly sure what that is in reference to. He comes with his weapon. I'm going to just plug this out. Fairly nice detail on the weapon. Again, nice silver color. Kind of a light bluish missile that fires fairly nicely. Set that off to the back. In terms of other accessories, he does come with his cards and a stand. As you can see, the stand, they are all the same. It kind of sucks. One thing that I am noticing, that like right on here, there's like kind of like a little ledge right here almost, where it would be nice if they actually etched what suit it is. It would be nice, like Mark II or something. 3 individual little grooves in there where you can put these cards. As you can see, you get 3 cards. One that just has his body and it's a white cardboard. One that has a translucent one, plastic with his legs, and one with his arms. And when you put them together, you get one full tech spec card thing for the Iron Man Mark II. Now, like I said, you can mix and match these. These are the legs for, I think that's the Ironmonger's legs, actually. And here are the arms for Ironmonger. And you can kind of, like I said, you can mix and match, and you can kind of create your own looking Iron Man. And I think that's really kind of neat looking. I really like that. I don't know if anybody else has really noticed that, but very cool looking. And you can take it and you slot it in here. There's the first one. There's the second one. Maybe, yeah. Well, if I can get it lined up properly, it'll work. And the third and final one. And again, when you kind of, I don't have it in all the way. I'm not good at this. I suck. Why do I suck? When you get them all on there, though, you get this nice like look, and it's not going to line up properly. But it's kind of a three-dimensional thing that you kind of have to see it in person to get an appreciation for it, I think. But overall, very nice. The figure itself, as I said, a gorgeous looking figure. In terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint, and you can pull his head off. So it does slightly move up and down. He kind of looks down way too far, and his head will rotate all the way around because you need that. The arms will go out about that far before you get into the only major problem that I have with this, and that is these shoulder pads. They're back, and this particular one, they pop off. Oh, wow. Did that hit the camera? So you can lift the arms all the way up, and honestly, if you take the shoulder pads off, if I can, I mean, it doesn't look all that bad without them. It looks less bulky, less Iron Man-ish. But you could take them off if you really wanted to. Now to put them back on, you just, I mean, I'm dropping stuff. Put them back on, they just slide right on and all that fantastic stuff. There you go, and pop that on. So there's your articulation there. The arms are on elbow joints where you can rotate them out, and they can also bend. The hands rotate. Upper ab articulation, one thing that is nice is, you can do this and it's still painted all the way through, like, because you can go all the way down and then it exposes another panel line. The legs are retarded, you gotta kind of bend them, and they are stiff, to get them to go out like this, you have to bend it up and then out. Best way to really, I think, bend joints on these figures, instead of grabbing it from the bottom, grab it up as close to the joint itself and pull forward, and that seems to work fairly well. They rotate. They have two joints at the knee, and actually, no, they're just one joint at the elbow. Two joints at the knee, not too bad. And the feet, well, this one's a little bit better. They will rotate, but that's about all you're going to be able to really do. This is an absolutely gorgeous figure. I mean, the detail on here is very nice. You can see the nice repulsor beam on the inside of his palm. Good detail on the feet. You can even see where like the thrusters are for the feet. If you look on this one, I mean, they even went as far as painting his fist is closed. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see his repulsor beam blast on the inside of that. They didn't have to do that, I don't think, but it looks really nice. Really loving these figures. They are outstanding. His little clip on gun. Put him on a stand. And the Iron Man Mark II is ready for action. Looking fantastic. Really. The color itself, I think, is outstanding on it. A lot of the color, the paint applications on these new figures are unbelievable. I'm so impressed with how they look. But there you go. There's a look at the Iron Man Mark II from the new Iron Man 2 movie toy series, whatever you want to call it. Until next time, this is optibotimus. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you later.